Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and welcome to today's live stream where we are going to be doing some wire wrapping. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am dead exhausted. I'm on my second cup of coffee for the day, which normally I only just have the one, but it's been a doozy of the day. The sky threw fun ice at us while we were in the yard. It hailed. But normally I only just have the one, but it sorry, it startled me. I'm so we did a whole bunch of stuff in the yard this morning though, which is really good. But clearly I am not used to it because I'm dead, y'all. Hey Mama Salty, hey Al. Hey Amy, amazing Amy. Hey Pro, hey Onomatopoeia, hey Sabea, hey Erica. Hey Suzanne. Hey Mo Randy. Hey Liz. Well, I'm scrolling through to see everybody who came in before it started. Mama Salty says, I'm early. I'm never early. Well, but also I'm late, so, which I'm always late, so that's fine. I don't even, how are y'all doing? Let me dump some coffee in my body. Says, howdy, howdy. Hope you brought everything in. Storms around 8 in your area. We have not. But everything survived the giant hail. It wasn't giant. There was just so much of it. Like Randy had to grab like a foam mat from like our stack, and like I had my big old hat on, so I was fine because that thing is like wearing tank armor on my head. And then by the time we got in the back door and then run around to the front to pull my petunias in, it had stopped already, but it looked like just in some spots it was almost snow thick, but other spots it was like naked. So I think it just all kind of rolled downhill, but lots and lots of hail. 8 hours of supernatural. Ooh, nice, Sabea. We're currently on, is it season 6?
5.
Season 5. So no spoilers, even though it's like not a new show for sure. Hot bean juice tastes like chocolate, make me go fast. But no, we'll bring everything in. We'll see. But there was like lightning and thunder, and the neighbors were, one of them, it looked like he was stuck in the tree, but I'm pretty sure he could still get to the ladder. But he was up in the tree with a chainsaw while the lightning was striking, and I was like, oh, this is very exciting but scary.
You were like, should we go in? And I was like, no, we're fine.
Yeah, like the lightning, like real close. And I was like, I think we should go in. And Randy's just like throwing stuff onto the fire. And and he was like, no, we'll be fine. And then the sky started throwing fun ice at us. So that's just a fraction of this morning. Hola, Josephina. I'm super tired as well. Made the mistake.
We get struck before we were.
Do what?
Higher up. That's why I was like,
true.
No, we're fine.
There's someone slower than us for the lightning bear to eat.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, but I was also holding on to like my little garden thingy.
Your shepherd's hole?
Yeah, probably. Oh, okay. So, hey Lynn. Made it on time. You did. Hey Lulu. Hey Shell. Just picked up my cat from the vet. She had to have her teeth cleaned. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Hey Ember. She doesn't want to get her teeth cleaned. I was gonna be like, want to go to the vet and get your teeth cleaned? She just, no, she doesn't. Going to the grocery store on a busy Friday before Easter. Yeah, we're just gonna stay home. So let's go ahead and get the camera turned around and get started crafting, because this time next week, we will not be having a live stream. We will be at Anime St. Louis in St. Louis. So no Thursday tutorial, no Friday live stream, and no Sunday tutorial next week. So there's that. So we gotta fit all of our crafting in now, you guys. So let's get this turned down. I've been making ear cuffs. Barton Smars! Hey Taylor. She says internal screaming because I get to see you guys next weekend. Shucks. No, we're not going to have any of our costumes with us though, because we have to just fit everything into our car, which just our jewelry fits wonderfully. Like, we'll be showing you guys how we load our car in our Sunday tutorial this week. Oh, see, Kitty says she had to have one tooth extracted, but other than that, she's fine. Well, I guess, Pro, you could just sit at home with no pants on. Like, you can go to the store and no pants. Well, I mean, for at least a little while, you can go to the store and no pants on. Yes, we will definitely. I'm probably going to be getting a lot of vlog footage of it. We just won't be live streaming any of it just because we can never tell how the quality is going to be. And also, not everybody wants to be on camera, so we try to not just be live streaming and cramming cameras in people's faces. So, oh, cheers, guys. Thanks so much for joining us here today. I'm going to gargle some more coffee. Okay, so I was going to try to make the rest of these beads into ear cuffs, and then we will be done with ear cuffs. Like, that's all we're getting made, unless I just, like, really get tickled to make some more ear cuffs. Which, I mean, we might. I'm not very good at, like, I'm like, okay, last one, swear to God. It'll be, like, 30 later. Hey, Elijah. Ooh, Jenny says, please, how can I get one of your ear cuffs? We're hoping that after Anime St. Louis, depending on how sales go and how we're going to need to gear up for Dragon Con, which is 4 months after Anime St. Louis, we may be able to start making some jewelry and posting it for sale up on our website as part of our shop updates. Now, that's a very loose, don't count on it, May. Like, it's like whenever I was a kid and I asked my dad, I'd be like, hey, can we do this? He'll go, we'll see, which means no. Now, this isn't quite as strong of a no as when my dad would be like, we'll see. But it's I'm going to try. I really am going to try, you guys, but we'll see. Gosh, I'm becoming my father. That's fine. What are your opinions on that, honey? Is that a big old we'll see?
Sounds like a we'll see.
He says it sounds like a we'll see. So I guess we'll find out. There's no telling.
Sounds more like a ask me after dragon.
Oh, Randy says it's an ask me after dragon. Well, Vaughn can't wait that long. Okay, so I'm just going to come through. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit. I'm using 20 gauge. Woo, too far. I'm using 20 gauge parawire in the titanium tone. Hey, Patty, how's it going? And I'm just adding some beads and wrapping around. There's 2 wraps. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do it like that. That looks great. I'm not gonna put wire into my coffee. I filled up my hummingbird feeders yesterday because I kept, like, 3 times. I was like, I think I saw a hummingbird. It might have just been like a really big bug, just flying around. But I was like, I should put them out because the internet told me whenever I Googled it and read the first thing that came up. Doing thorough research.
You did zero research.
Yeah, whenever I did as absolute little research as possible. Um, the Google was all like, well, if the hummingbirds come back to where they expected there to be nectar and there wasn't, then they'll never come back ever and they'll tell all their friends to hate you. And I was like, no, I want the birds to like me. Like, I'm way more concerned about what wild birds think of me than other humans, which honestly, I'm probably a bit of a mood, and there's worse ways of living my life, I'm sure. So, oh no, Shell says, we had wasps already, hate them buggers. Yeah, Randy, he's not EpiPen levels of allergic, but he swells up real bad whenever he gets stung, so we try to keep wasps out of the house and stay away from them as much as possible and keep them from building nests on the house, which is impossible. Okay. I seen them in birdseed, the hummingbirds. Right on, Gwen. The wire that I started with was about 10 inches, And we started up the ear cuff the same way as what we did in our most recent ear cuff tutorial. I am in live chat on my tablet. Oh, hey, pretty kitty. And now I'm on live chat on my phone too. Hey, Tara, how's it going? But I'm also just having a really hard time. I wish I could change the settings to where I can see, like, it used to make, and on the phone, it still makes everybody's names orange, but now it makes it gray. And that doesn't catch my attention at all. Oh my gosh, Shell. I would have to, but everything, including the tools. Gotcha, Jenny. Hey, Patio. Woo! Gwen says, I've been getting ready for my show next week. I have over 200 pieces. When I started 3 years ago, I probably only had 25. Right on. But yeah, that's always, anytime somebody does a show and it doesn't go that great, it's like you are just, I try to tell them and tell myself as well that we're just that much farther ahead for our next show. So you gotta pick yourself up, dust off, and carry on. Hummingbird feeder, which region do you live in? I haven't seen anyone near me in Southwest Oklahoma fill theirs yet. We're near Joplin, Missouri, so like zone 6B. Um, but I just filled the one and it's right where I sit all day, so I can really keep an eye on it. And then once I see some at that one, I'll fill up all of them. Um, so because we'll have at least 4 hummingbird feeders this year, between the front and backyards. Do you follow a pattern or do you randomize the cuffs? A little bit of both, actually. Like, I start a lot of my cuffs off with just this center motif, which I'm going to be making more of these. I'm just finishing up what I had started earlier. Always save on my wire. Woo! Oh, I'm so glad that didn't spill. I'm going to take a gratitude drink of my coffee. Because coffee is so much more fun to drink when it's still in the cup. Oh, Kit. We'll turn the lights down low, turn the sound down low, and take yourself a nice nap. We'll keep the chatter in the background for you. Ooh, hey Kara. She says, hi everyone. Hope you're doing fantastic. Just listening while I'm cleaning. Whoa, deep cleaning my kitchen. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's necessary, but not always fun. Deep cleaning the kitchen. They usually show up when my irises bloom, which will be in 2 to 3 days. Ooh, our irises aren't doing so hot. I don't think I planted them in a good part of the yard, which breaks my heart because they were irises that from Randy's grandma's garden in Tennessee. And I'd kind of just gotten some from his dad and stuck them in the ground. But I think the soil is either too wet or not wet enough. Or certainly I don't think it's getting enough sun. So there's that. So I'm gonna have to dig them up and move stuff. But I'm just whooped right now after doing yard work all morning. Ooh, right on. Nice, Tara.
Well, you did manage to hit your step goal.
I did. I hit my step goal before lunch. So that's really good and never happens. So as soon as mine are done blooming, I'll be splitting them up and can bring you a dude, Pro, that would be the coolest. I could have some Pro and Drax irises. I mean, I'm still gonna move the one that's lived for like 4 years. I'm gonna get it moved. But yeah, like I think that's just the greatest way of hanging out with my friends when they're not there is talking to the plants that they've given me or that I've traded or propagated otherwise. Happy birthday, Gail. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Cha cha cha. Nice. What color of roses did you get yourself, Gail? So Your birds are eye candy and beads work, and I don't get upset. I share my talent and meets people as far as the show goes. Right on, Gwen. This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. I don't actually know how that goes, but I like that. An excellent poem for sure. So there we've made another little matching pair of cuffs. I think that'll be really good. Okay, so I am going to try to finish out. So that'll be 1, 2, possibly 3. These 4mm opalite do not want to stay on the, or go onto the 20 gauge wire, so we may do a little bit of coiling. Ooh, mixed. Oh, that's so pretty, Gail. That sounds beautiful. Red, yellow, white, fascia, and orange. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 lengths of, oh, let's go 12 inches. I kind of make one, I want to make them longer possibly. It's always nice to have that option. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a bit. Ah, fuchsia, because I was like, I don't know what fascia is, but get it. Like, it's either part of the roof that needed fixed or the connective tissue. I don't know. I've heard that's a word I've heard. Oh, I lost my spot where I was supposed to. Okay, so there's 12 inches. How many were we going to do? Okay, I'm going to do 1 pair at 12. And then 2 pairs at 10. And I think that'll be just fine.
We did do that.
Huh?
So we did do that many years ago.
What's that?
MTAC in Nashville.
Woo! But not in Murfreesboro. In Nashville at MTAC. Yeah, we've ended at MTAC I think once, and then every year other than that has been a scheduling conflict, and then we had moved to Missouri and kind of started tapering off doing conventions as much. So, oh, one of our good friends sent us a picture from our booth at Alabama Phoenix Festival 10 years ago, like I guess this weekend. And it really does feel like a million years and a lifetime ago. Hey, Anna, we are just getting started. Hey, Yvette. Okay, moving the tripod. Do, 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 do. I'm going to try to, there we go. Now we are zoomed out properly. Gotcha, Kit. Well, the rest of the world will still be here after you've had a nap, after your head's feeling better. So don't rush yourself. Take your time and get to feeling good. Ooh, C Kitty says, how do you display your ear cuffs at in-person sales? I'm going to describe it to you, but we actually have video of this in our most recent video tour video, or a booth tour video, as well as we're doing another part 2 or 3. I don't know.
It's part 2.
Well, but if we consider the first booth mock-up video, then it's part 3. Anyways, we have another video where we're showing it just a little bit more, but we use a ring tray that has the little like slots cut in, not just one continuous bar, but just the little sections. And then we'll like if you pretend like my fingers, and then we go like boop, and we like smush it into the foam. So it'd be like that. And then we also have the silicone ear displays that would be linked in the video description, if you were able to find that. So but yeah, just having it on something ear shaped makes such a big difference. So here I've made this shape, and it's about 1.5 inches from here, from one end of the wire to the other. And I bent it around the 6mm mandrel section of my mandrel pliers. And I'm going to come in here, and I just use my middle and ring finger to measure. So I'm going to bend it one way, and then I come back, place the pliers just like that, remove my hand, and bend it around, and that helps me to be pretty consistent. Wow, that's actually real consistent. And then to make a mirrored set, I just take one of them and go whoop, and make them be mirror of each other. Pro says, have you tried to fit everything in the car yet? Yes, and it fit. And we can actually bring like everything that we need. Now it's just our jewelry set up, but that's perfectly fine. Hey Katrina, how are you doing? Oh, thank you. We got this at the store that Randy's sister used to work at. It's like kind of like a Ross, but it had some like home decor stuff as well. So I guess it was like flawed or something, but I don't know, it holds coffee super good. So I figure, we'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna be showing you guys on Sunday's tutorial um how we got the car loaded, how we pack everything down into the totes, different things like that. So I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. There we are. And this is the same way we had started the cuffs before. Just trying to keep it more or less centered up. And then I'm going to pinch that part between my finger and thumb and bend it around, then twist, and then bend it around. And you could do just that, but I like to do a little bit more of a spiral. And I'm just pinching between my finger and thumb. That way it keeps everything nice and flat. We don't want it getting like wonky. Randy says we are, but I'm just bossy and he's a Tetris master. So I say make it fit and he makes it fit. He's very good. Gotcha. Okay, and now we're going to do the same exact thing, but make sure that it's oriented the same way that we laid it on the table. So we just bend one side in, and then bend the other side in. And then we're going to do a twist and a twist, then a twist and a twist. Oh, thank you so much, Tara. She says, I shared your display / booth video with all of my craft and vending groups. It was very well received. I really appreciate that tremendously. Because the best way for us to be helpful to as many folks as possible is for y'all to tell your friends about it. Because at this point, I'm going to be honest, I'm tired. My knees hurt from taking a knee and trying to appease the algorithm. Like, I'm just going to do what I want to do. I'm not worried about keeping Instagram's algorithm happy or Facebook's algorithm happy or even YouTube's algorithm happy. Like, I'm ecstatic that we have more people coming to the channel and we've gotten so many new subscribers, but not because I'm like, oh yeah, our channel's growing, but because of the messages I've been getting from y'all, which I tremendously appreciate, of you guys just being like, thank you so much for this video, it was super helpful, or asking us questions about stuff. Like, it's because the more that we can help enable y'all to make actual cash money off of, if you want to learn how to make stuff and sell it, or if you want to just learn how to make stuff and give it as gifts. Like, if we're able to help you guys reach your creative goals a little quicker, a little easier, a little less stress, then that makes us happy. So thank you guys so much for everybody who is just here and being you and doing your thing and telling your friends. Smoosh that button. Yes, tickle all of my buttons if you're into that. Come in and snipping, and then I get to about this part. What up, baby?
Nothing. I'm just tickling myself in here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Because guess what I just saw?
What you saw?
Do you see?
Oh.
Do, 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 do. Elijah says, I wish I could walk away from the algorithm. Dude, Elijah, your work's so good you don't need any algorithms. You've got this. Hey, Pammy Joe, thank you. Consider your button tickled. Ooh. Well, thank you, Kit. Pro. Ooh, yeah, see, Kitty? We had actually gotten a really nice email from, I can't remember the person's name off the top of my head. But they had sent us an email in response to our ear cuff tutorial that was like, you are so close to doing a dragonfly. Like, change these like two things, boom, you got a dragonfly. And I was like, ooh, that is a good idea. So we may have to try that out for sure. But for now, I've got to focus. Like it can be creatively very challenging to, one part of me, actually, the majority part of me is like, I want to make these different things and do these creative projects and like do what's currently inspiring me. And then the business side of me, that even though it is a smaller percentage, it is the driving force, is like, girl, you have bills to pay and beads to buy. Go make some jewelry for sale. So I was like, okay. So that's what I'm working on is booth inventory. But I'm just happy to be crafting, honestly. I just threw that on the ground. It missed. Oof, gotcha, Elijah. Change its praise from master. Aw. Dude, I'm just a potato, but thank you. I'm a potato who's susceptible to flattery, apparently. Um, I went through that on the floor too. But no, I cannot emphasize enough to you guys how much we quit our day jobs. The store I had worked at had closed, and Randy quit working for Walmart in 2008. And we did not really start pushing any sort of online sales until uh 2019. When was our first auction? Whenever the furnace broke.
Yeah.
So it's like we just didn't really push online sales very much. We relied entirely on in-person sales. So it can be really slow going and trying to get that ball rolling on internet stuff, like having a website, doing different things like that, is excruciatingly slow. So the best, okay, we're going to do some FaceTime for a sec because this is something that's super important, I feel, that doesn't get said enough. Um, You are more than the likes that your posts get. That is not a reflection of the quality of you as an artist or an artisan or of your business or of what you're making and sharing. Like we're lucky with over 10,000 followers on Instagram to get over 100 likes in like 2 or 3 comments on one of our Instagram posts. So it's like used to we get like thousands. And it is what it is. So I'm not like, don't let that bother you, don't let that discourage you, because what I would recommend to myself if I were starting my business today is find some local craft shows, local conventions, whatever scene it is that you feel happiest immersed in, or that you feel like you're going to sell well at, whether it's farmers markets, whether it's consignment to boutiques. Just do them. Get out and start doing it. Because for the price of Facebook ad, like a Facebook ad campaign, you can get a booth at a craft show. And you can go out and and it's hard work and not everybody's able, if you don't have a way to get yourself to the thing, if you're not physically capable of running a booth, because it is hard work. Like you can sit down if you have time, but it's if it's in your heart, you can find a way, you guys, to do this. And have business cards and or a QR code or something, or even just like where people can write to sign up for a newsletter. You can use like not programs, but like services like MailChimp, or that's just the first one that comes to mind, but like Google newsletter list and find one that's free that has like a cap of like 500 people on the list or something, and just start with that and start getting people to sign up for your newsletter. Because if they're actually interested in what you're doing, if you can get them to sign up on your newsletter list and like add you to their contacts so it doesn't just go straight to spam, you're free from any sort of algorithm. You don't have to worry about posting daily on Instagram. You don't have to worry about people not seeing your posts. on Facebook. You don't have to worry about YouTube not sending notifications. Like with all of this stuff, like you can talk directly to the people who care about your work. And you can even say in the email, you could be like, forward this to your friends, or you can share the URL for the email and then they can post it to their social media, or if they have like groups or something like that. But it's don't kill yourself trying to bow to these algorithms that may or may not actually um, pan out in a timely manner. And you'll start to build a real organic community and connection to the people who are interested in your work. And you're able to turn that into a marketing tool that you can be like, hey guys, this is what we're up to. You can do like weekly or monthly newsletter, and you can be like, this is what we're up to. These are the shows that we're going to be at if you want to come shop with us in person, or if it's like for holidays and stuff, or if you start having an online presence, that's the exact venue where pertinent information about that can go. Now, it can be kind of challenging to find a balance between like we try to not send daily newsletter emails, but we oftentimes will have, we've got our shop updates on Mondays, we've got our tutorials on Thursday, we have our live stream on Friday where we then send out another email for our after party folks, and then we do a tutorial on Sunday, and then we send out another tutorial on Sunday, or not a tutorial, another email on Sunday to our club members with the whenever we get the shop update posted. So it's 4 days out of the week you'll get an email from us. And it's not always trying to get y'all to buy something either. Like we do always have the coupons down at the bottom, but it's the Monday one is the only one where we're like, yo, stuff's for sale. And then we just leave it at that because we don't want to feel like we don't want folks to feel like we're strong arming you into buying stuff, because it is not a prerequisite for y'all to buy anything or sign up for anything for you to come and enjoy our channel and learn and just kind of like hang out and stuff. So I hope very tired. I hope I made my point. But it's if you guys have questions about this stuff, or if you just want to share what you've been doing and your frustrations, send us an email. Or leave a comment. And because you're not alone. It is freaking hard to make this crap work. But you can do it. If I can do it, tired potato as I am, you can do it too, you guys. So let's get back to crafting. But talking to you, Elijah, you can do it. So, and it's so hard because it's like the universe can sense.
Make your dreams come true.
You make your dreams come true. It's like the universe can tell whenever you're just freaking tired, and it just pushes you and tests you, and it's like, oh, you're tired? Well, guess what? Everything's going to feel that much heavier and be that much more difficult to trudge through. And you got to keep doing it, man. You got to keep trudging so that you can get to the top of your mountain. Right on, Elijah. Anytime. Anytime. I will beat you over the head with support, encouragement, and love. But don't you dare freaking give up. So sometimes love is is a little like just bop, bop, bop. You gotta bop you with a noodle or something to get you to keep going. Ooh, Lynn says my jump rings keep flying across the room and hitting my dogs or husband. No. What? Started at 200 and I'm down to 76. Lynn, I'm having a you might not be able to convince me that you're not just actually throwing rings at your family. Anna says you could probably
for a long time, but I've never mastered the art of sniping.
sniping. Anna says you could probably do a TED talk on crafting business. I could do a Von Ramble. It's like a TED talk, but way worse. And more snack breaks. And you're such an oldie. Well, yeah, anytime. Not gonna lie, like I just give y'all what I needed when I was at where you're at, where it's one too many hard weekends in a row adds up. Hey, Sacred Blue. Anytime, Elijah. Am I even frame? Yeah, I'm in frame. Okay. Oh, Laura. Okay, I'm going to scroll and see if I missed anybody's questions. Ooh, reality is an algorithm and real characters in a video game. Rebel against the system. Grow your own food. Hug the people you love. Ouch. The wire just bit me. Further proof that onomatopoeia is right. Though honestly, when I'm having like super bad mental health days, I will just pretend like I'm live action, like I'm LARPing my sim in a simulator, and I'll be like, okay, how's all my stat bars? Okay, I'm kind of hungry. Let's go do this. And so if mentally I'm just not there that day, I'll still go through and make sure that I'm doing all the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing to be a happy sim. Ooh, Shell says, I do resin, beading, wire, crochet, polymer clay, felting. Ooh, right on. Do you feel that's too many mediums to focus on? No. And I will show you. Okay, so here over in this corner, well, first off, when we're not crafting, we have a homestead vlog channel on YouTube that I posted daily videos to. So this is the empty plant rack because all my plants are outside fixing to get rained on. That's my Sam dog. So we do polymer clay. We do tatting. We do needle felting. There's a whole bunch of embroidery and needle felt stuff in there. We do mold making. We do resin casting. We do polymer clay stuff. I got stamps. I got fake plants. We got like just projects out the wazoo. Like more needle felting stuff. I don't even know what's in that drawer. Paint. Like, so that's this whole corner is like the sculpty stuff. We do lamp work. We do metal smithing. We do like beading and shit. There's my Sam dog. Oh, he's a good boy. I gotta rub his tummy though. Hey, Sam dog, we go get that lump. I'm gonna rub your lump. Oh, I gotta scratch the tummy. Scratch the doggy. And then, yeah, we've got our glass kiln that we load up here. We do leather working. That's my Z dog. Oh, and my Ember cat. We do in-house printing plants. So it's no, I don't think pursuing what's interesting to you, it can seem overwhelming and it can feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions, but if it keeps you inspired, even if your inspiration has like too much flavor of chaos in it, you do you. Like your crafting and your being inspired doesn't need to look like other people's crafting and other people's being inspired. Huh? Oh, I forgot the forge room was there. We also do sewing and have a laser and a paint closet that we do airbrushing in, but that's getting taken over by pantry. But it's I've fully embraced crafting consuming my life, and I like no regrets. It's awesome. But Gary, hey Gary. So I recalled we do's it. We do's it all. Nice, Laura. Right on, Julie. No, I'm not to jinx it, but I'm not terribly disappointed in the quality of today's stream. Amanda says, I am a craft hoarder. Same. Hey, if I sell out of stuff, which has never happened, I also do henna, so I'll still have something to offer. Nice! Very nice, Kit. Your house looks like a houseware section at Home Depot in a nice way. Yeah, no, our house doesn't look like humans live here. It just, I mean, it looks like something's going on, but I can't quite tell you what. Hey, Tank. Ooh, puppy. I got to pet puppies today, you guys. The neighbor's puppies got loose, so there were 3 bumbling wiggle beans of puppies just like wrestling up and down our driveway while we were trying to get a bunch of loose brush together. Sam and Z were losing their absolute minds. They are very jealous of seeing me pet another dog, but I got to rub puppy tummies and their little ears. Oh. Do, do, do. Shell says my daughter made me buy a Cricut. Oh, yeah, we've got a Cricut for doing paper crafts as well. Well, I didn't initially get it for doing paper crafts. I got it for trying to cut out leather leaves for costumes. But I'm really bad about getting machines and then trying to make them do stuff that they weren't exactly designed to do and trying to push the boundary in that direction. But since I've just embraced doing just paper crafts with the Cricut, I've been much happier with it. But I was not very happy with it for what we bought it for. What? Soccer Blue says, can you believe I can find no one to craft with me? I want a bestie that loves to visit and play. Okay. Number one thing wrong, or not wrong, just number one difficulty in being friends with other crafters is none of us want to leave our craft room. Because, like, that's why I never go and see my friends at their house. I'm like, well, can you just come here? Because all my stuff's here. And I don't want to be away from my pliers for that long. So, and I'm suspicious, like, correct me if I'm wrong and or confirm, if you guys are, um, if you experience something similar. Because it's like, I don't want to leave my house. Like, this has all of my favorite things. Like, just come here. Because I'd love to, like, hang out and stuff, but how do I bring my whole craft room to your house so we can play together? So, aw, Sabea says, thankfully I have this neat craft bag to craft anywhere. Well, that's true. Pro says, oh, now I'm definitely dropping by. Well, yes, Pro, and you have full permission to bring most of your craft room with you. Wait, Randy's like, what? Nope, no, no, no. Carrot says, I want to find a craft buddy too. That was so much what we were trying to do with Camp Craft Along, but then the Rona and organizing people. Vaughn is the reason machines put warning labels on them. Yeah, Anna, you're not wrong. Okay. Hey Valerie. Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up on if any of y'all asked a question and I missed it, just please repost it with the at Yvonne Williams. That way I can answer you. Sucker Blue says, yeah, but I have a huge shop and lots of pliers. Sounds pretty nice. Yvette says, I stick to traveling with crochet only. Well, that's nice, Yvette. We can fit you in anywhere. There's a blog I read that has a Discord channel, and people sometimes hang out in the chat while they craft. Right on. Ah, my coffee in bed is here. Same, Al. Tara says, I bring my new craft bag with all of my tools and projects everywhere. That's awesome. Ooh, hey, Kelly. Nice, Kara. And I don't gas if you craft or not. I'm hooking. Oh, I know it, gas. GAS. Give a toot. Oh goodness, Gary. Ooh, it's provided. If they play, I share. Nice. I've craft supplies for all of us this kit. Hey Judy. Live talk and you have your own craft room. That's kind of honestly that's been my favorite way of going about it. I love our live streams and after parties and stuff. Like it is my social life fix, but I'm really looking forward. I'm nervous, but looking forward to getting to go to a convention and talking to like real life humans in the flesh. A craft commune? I'd join that cult. Nice.
I don't want to have to share my Kool-Aid.
Randy doesn't like having to share his Kool-Aid. Start your own cult. We're not a cult, are we?
No.
No? It's because we keep drinking all the Kool-Aid?
Something like that.
Something like that, he says. Mm-hmm. And we're just making the little twisty bits. And I speak about that stuff very flippantly. Please don't join a cult, you guys. It never ends well. Like, the Kool-Aid is bitter. We'll just have to visit crafters doing a craft new to you so you can play with their toys. Ooh, that would be really cool. I do want to go and take classes at studios up in Kansas City for lampwork glass and metal smithing. And also horseback riding, but we'll get there. Coffee flavored Kool-Aid, please. Jiminy
It's my
Christmas.
coat. I don't
It's
know.
my coat. I don't know. It's a bed. No. Oh, I did them both where they match. Well, that'll be fine. We can just undo it. It'd be fun to do Zoom crafting every once in a while so we can ooh and ah over each other's works and chatty chat. That would be cool of it. I just never had it like come through well. It's always so like pixelated and horrible. Technology takes all the fun right out of me. Okay, so I'm undoing that one and now I'm just. Shelly says, can you please check your camera focus? I will zoom in a bit, but if it's coming through blurry, that's just kind of how it does it during the live streams. That's why the live streams really are kind of just like a goof off hangout session. They are not particularly great for actually conveying what is on camera. And also, Randy always tells me to check the settings. So you'd click here and you can click quality. So like mine's at 360p and it'll let you pick from different stuff. Like on his phone, it lets him pick like not just auto, but in that way different levels of blurriness. You get to pick how blurry you want it. Okay, now they're mirrored properly.
Oof,
What up, babe?
I'm tired.
Yeah?
For a second, I was like, how'd you grow extra fingers?
Where'd the extra fingers?
It
Oh,
was on the video.
on the screen. Oh no, Randy. Okay, so I'm going to use, these are 4x6mm faceted, I don't know, beads. Oh, hey, Hawk. No, I see you. I'm whooped, y'all, and I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything, so I apologize. I'm never intentionally not seeing anybody. Um, but yeah, just, I see you, Hawk. Focus is good for me, but I moved my settings up. Right on. Hey, Mystic. We are making just a whole mess of ear cuffs, and then we're going to be wire wrapping some pendants that hopefully I will be able to turn into necklaces for the booth. Well, hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I've got some work for you if you want to come be even more tired. If that sounds appealing.
Yeah, what you got?
We need to make silver chains. Or you can put tags on earrings. You don't get to cry about both. You have to pick one. You can't just internalize the crying. I can still hear it.
My party, oh crap, I wanna.
Get back to work, honey. Kate says, I'm like that, but that's just because I'm a natural hermit. I get that. I'm very happy to be hermited up at home, just talking to the puppers and the chickens. But it is also fun to get to go and hang out at conventions. And Anna says, Mom's a hard taskmaster. That's a nice way of putting it. Well, I drug him out into the yard this morning, and we burnt probably at least 100 pounds. It was three 15 by 15 foot tarp fulls of like branches and stuff of just stuff that's fallen in the yard or clipped back growth, like all of the old asters and everything. Um, like just getting the yard cleaned up, and he got all of that burnt. Like he helped me gather it all up. He got it all burnt. We did 2 truckloads of poop from Izzy's rabbitry. So bins of rabbit poop.
And all that wood.
Yeah, all the we burned the extra, like the scrap cut out from the laser. We got that taken care of. I got an entire like 25-foot row of plants dug up, divided, and then replanted in a different location. Um, it's just it's been a busy day, and now we're like, okay, honey, get back to work. Pro says, now I'm scared to drop and buy Vaughn. She'll put me to work. I'm not going to lie to you, Pro. It's very likely. But we'll like trick you into it. So you'll think you're having fun. But then you'll go home and be like, did I just do unpaid labor? And yes, yes, you did. At least you have a helper. My poor partner is not crafty at all. He tries to help however he can, but he can only do so much. Right on. No, the thing is Randy's actually really good at a lot of this stuff, and he'll, for a long time, he'll be like, no, I don't want to learn that. I'm not really into it. And I'm like, uh-huh. And then it, like, I'll really, really need help, and he'll come in and he'll help, and he does really good. And then I'm like, okay, well, now that I know that you can do this well, guess who's got another job to do? And he's like, no. And Yvette says she'll fill you with coffee and lies. No, Yvette. I mean, coffee, yes, but what lies? We just
You promised me free time.
who? Well, to rank. Well, yes, I do lie to Randy about free time. That's. I told him, think of all the free time we'll have back in 2008, and I don't think we had a day off since. Ooh, Judith says, where do you dump the rabbit stuff? Into our raised beds. Yeah, what used to be the yard and is now the garden. Like we always need more poop because it's just the wind erosion here, even with mulching and stuff, between the compaction from the rain and the wind erosion, the gravel bed that our house is built on, just starts to emerge up through the dirt. So, okay, last one. These are the two 12-inch sections, and we're going to be doing a little bit of like coiling and stuff because I'm going to do one last test to see if these opalite beads will fit on here. Where do you... Oh, Patty, that's a really good question. She says, what do you label your pendants with that doesn't leave adhesive? So we use a product called shark skin tags, and we specifically just get the shark skin tags, like the shark skin brand. And it's 1,000 tags per pack. It's like $10. I don't use the pen that comes with it. I use a micron pen, just because it writes more consistently. The center bit doesn't have any sticky on it, so you can put that through loops and stuff. But on most pendants, I'll actually come through and snip right here, and then I'll just write on, like I'll have written on it, and we'll snip it, and then we pull it up, and we'll just stick it to the back either here, or we'll loop the tag through this, like one of the wires, and have it, and then we just use actual wire snips whenever we're at the shows to just snip off the tags real quick. And that's how we tag that stuff. So I hope that's, oh, I hope that's helpful to you. Yeah, we do have some paper tags as well, but these get tangled together so much that I'm a little, I'm pretty incompetent with them, so we don't use them much. We use those for our costumes, though, quite a bit. Okay, so have I tested any of these beads yet? I don't think so. The 20 gauge is just a little too thick. Okay, well, I tested one, that's enough, sure. So now we're going to do that same thing that we were doing before. So we find the center line and have the center line of the wire be in between our finger. Huh?
Make sure the other one will fit first.
No, none of them fit.
Ah.
You got me?
Nope. Willing to watch.
Okay. Sweet Peach says lag, lag, laggy, lag. Right you are, Ken. Okay, so here we are with this. Hawk says, my pointed nose pliers like that, like what you're using. I've noticed in mine all cross over the tip. I guess it's from using them too much or causing them too hard. Gotcha. So these ones here, they cross over at the tip? I'm not certain. You could send us an email with a picture maybe, and I'd be able to be a lot more helpful to you with what's going on with your pliers. Oh no, Sacre Blue is having foot surgery in a few weeks. Listening to your checklist is humorous. Don't forget the music, it helps. I love dancing to Santana while crafting. Oh, nice. Oh. Ah, the round nose pliers. Yeah, on these ones, the petite round nose pliers, if I use them on anything over a 20 gauge, they'll do this. Like I'm going to zoom in way far and hopefully it'll pick up on it. But if I try to turn them, are you seriously not going to do it right now? Come on, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizard. Well, that's just a testament to how supple Parawire is, but sometimes the tips will go a bit askew from each other, and having a box hinge helps with that, but the metal is going to have a little bit of flex to it. So that's just something to keep in mind. There we are. Okay. Thank you, Ang. Said that pendant was beautiful. We're still struggling on whether or not we're going to be selling this one or if we're going to just keep it forever. We'll see. Oh, Liz, that's such a good idea. Color coding with stickers, red, blue, green, etc. And then I post the prices, purple tag 50, red 30, blue 20, green 10, orange 5. Nice, that's very clever. Ooh, having a raffle. Now you have to check and see about your local jurisdiction and of whether or not there's like a bunch of tattletales around you on whether or not you get to have a raffle or a giveaway of some sort because in some states, I guess that's considered gambling. It just depends, or you might need special permits for it or something. So you kind of have to do your due diligence on that. Okay, and so for this one, instead of doing the twist up in the center, I am going to pull an arm span, which is about 5 feet. Hey, Jenny, how's it going? Hey, Latsny. I hope I pronounced that at least close enough that you know I'm talking to you. And then I'm coming to the center. Liz says that way I can change the prices. That's a really good idea. And I'm just gonna, I can just come to the end too. I don't have to do it in the middle. We can just make it be eventually in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smoosh. Hey, Drip, how's it going? But yeah, just getting that all lined up, and then I'm gonna bring this down. So if I'm somewhere where the $5 stuff will sell for 8, well, markup time. Nice, Liz. That's very clever. Okay, so now we have that bit of coiling in the center and some of the wire going off in both directions. So I'm just going to use the edge of my finger pad to make a little curve like that. And then my finger hasn't changed shape much since the last one. So I'm just going to go like that. So that's how we make that squiggle. And then from here, I am going to do a little bit of a figure 8. Are we going to ladder stitch it? Okay, we're going to ladder stitch it. So that means we're going around instead of through. And I'm going to backtrack onto myself, like onto the wire that I had just done, and land in between. Oh, I'm all tangled on my wire pliers. So yeah, we go in between and then come up again. So it's just like in one of our recent videos, the herringbone masterclass, we talk about splicing wire. So it's just like splicing wire. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And y'all, I think we'll do a tutorial on this in case it's blurry for you or not zoomed in as far as it goes. And then we just smush that down. Ooh, well, that sounds nice, Drip. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how we were able to get that little bit woven back that way. And from here, we will thread. Whoop! Just pumped the tripod. That hurt. Oh my gosh. Hey Kelly, she says, "Holy cow, was my computer and phone going nuts?" Maybe. Hey Carrie in California, how you doing? Okay, so I'm going to let that slide on down. I've threaded the bead on. So this is a 26 gauge that I'm wrapping with. And so now from here, I'm going to just continue coiling. So the wire came up from below and I'm going around on top for no particular reason. I'm just doing it that way. But I want to shape the wire to where it's as flush against the bead as I can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I'm counting because we're going to have to do enough to go around the whole bead. So I guess that's a good reason to count. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Smoosh. There we are. Oof. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoops. Which 20 got us a little under a centimeter. And that's one of the trials and tribulations of using a 20 gauge, or even sometimes it happens on the 18 gauge as well, is whenever you're smushing, it'll jackknife. The wire will, like how it just did there, where I'll demonstrate again as much as I hate to, where it'll jackknife. You're trying to smush it, and, So when that happens, we just try to smush it back, I guess, and just carry. There we go. Okay. Nothing broke. Everything's fine.
Very important stuff.
So yeah, so whenever you get about 20 stitches in, just start throwing stuff onto the floor. Mm. Super durable. I am having such a hard time holding my tools today, Concetta. Well, I get hyper. Oh, and I lost count. How many did? Well, we already lost count. Too bad. I'll just keep going. I am the source of all of my problems. Do what, my love?
3.
3. The bank teller from that episode of Chowder. Yep. Okay, so now I don't remember that side's the front. So once we've coiled an amount, we can now come through and just start twisting around. And that's looking pretty good. I like that pretty well. And something that we could have done if you really don't, like if you want solid, no wiggling, no chance of hair getting tangled, which hair will always get tangled. But we could have back here at about the 20 stitches, actually 20 coils, we could have done a lashing stitch to join the front wire to the back wire. I don't feel like it's super necessary, but that's okay. The music that accompanies my jewelry making. Pliers hit or tools hitting the floor. Yep. So now from here, we will just continue. Doo, doo, doo. Actually, this is soft enough that I am going to go through before we get too much farther in. I'm actually going to undo 3 of those stitches, straighten it out just with my fingernail, and then I'm going to thread in the same direction as what my coils were already happening. Just going to bring that through right there. It's extra percussion. Nice, Liz. Ooh, coffee. Oh. Well, I don't know, Kelly. Sometimes a person just needs to have a good old fashioned hissy fit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now I'm going to continue around, and I am going to try to keep track this time. So there's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Smoosh. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I hope none of you at home, Yvette, are trying to count stitches as you crochet currently. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Or any of y'all who might be weaving chainmail, counting your rings. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Or any of y'all other wire wrappers trying to keep track of anything. 37, 38, 39, 40. The evil cackling ensues because joke's on y'all, I can't read. Steffi says, hey, will you wrap? I'm chainmailing Helms Weave. Ooh, right on. I'm working towards taking my business Twisted Creativity inspired by. Oh, Steffi's, that is going to be so cool. And I love that name, Twisted Creativity. Especially, oh, I love it. Well done. Yes, I am Consetta. I am specifically being malicious at this point in time, and going through great efforts to make sure y'all can tell. So that I torment you because I love you. Ask Randy. I haven't given him a moment's peace in 17 years. So snipping that.
Can I get to see my parents this time?
No. That was really fun. Yeah, and now the chat is lotto numbers, Sabaya. Oh, I lost count. No, it's I get what I deserve. So yeah, that's how I like to, if there's a bead that is just not behaving, I'll kind of splice it in that way. Oh, it's not a hummingbird, it's a grackle. I thought I saw a hummingbird. I got super excited for a brief moment. And now I am going to leave it this length though, that way I can at least eyeball measure, because I can't remember numbers for the life of me. GG. 1, 3. Ooh, hey, Witch and Gnome says, so really like the tutorial you put out yesterday. Dude, I'm really glad. It's a very fun alternative style of ear cuff that I'd really love to see. And okay, so this is, well, everything that we do is self-serving. Like, really, like it makes me happy to teach tutorials. So when everybody's like, "Oh, thank you," I'm like, "Oh no, I'm doing this for me too." So it's not like, I'm not like a saint or anything. Like I don't just I do also get paid to do this. But that being said, I would really, really love to see more people making that style of ear cuff, because the more popular it becomes, the better mine will sell. The better all of ours will sell, actually, because it gets people used to the concept that we like, trendy or in, or I don't know, whatever the kids say that is the equivalent of that. But it's, yeah, so anytime that there's something that we stumble across that's like, I think this is a really good idea, because I did not invent that style. I've seen them on like Pinterest and stuff where they've got feathers hanging off of them, and I've purchased pre-made frames in that style in the past. But I was like, I'd really love something where I can trust the metal type, where it's adjustable. It's not like a super stiff metal. And so making our own has always been our own option, or our favorite option. Yahtzee is On Fleek over yet? I don't know. It's probably retro to say that. I hate everything.
My battleship.
You sunk my battleship. Hey, organic, how's it going? Okay, so we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna thread on another bead. Or make a run shops before the stream. No. No, I would have just gone straight to sleep. So again, I'm shaping that around. Anna says, I made one of those years ago, but didn't account for the weight of the dangles. I kind of went overboard, and now it won't stay on my ear. Oh no! Well, that's where you can add a heavy charm up on the spiral that would sit on the temple, at least in the tutorial that we had done. Um, and that way it kind of counterbalances. Oh, right on, Anna. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smoosh. I think we'll need a little bit further. Let's see, we can always just keep coiling, just keep coiling, coiling, coiling. 1, 2, 3. Trying to keep my coiling tight and tidy, but also trying to rush. So here we are. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Smash. There we go, coming on around. And now I'm going to just continue the same. Feed that through. Ooh, that's a good point. Anna says would look wicked good on the mannequin though. Did Randy turn on the oven? We are actually having microwaved penny van stroganoff for dinner.
Why do I need the oven on?
Because typically about this time you start preheating the oven.
Oh.
But we're just microwaving some leftovers for dinner tonight. We are tired. Gary says I have to work on my smushing. It's an art. I would recommend starting with your smushing with like just 3 coils and then smush and then build up to like 5 and then 8 and then 10. Like practice in very, very small increments. And honestly, I typically try to never smush more than 10 because you're going to get more jackknifing that way. Like that as 10. Boop. Smush. And boop and smush and boop and smush and boop and smush and boop and. Ooh, Katrina says it would be super cute to make an ear cuff with like a wire moon around a gemstone bead. Yes, Katrina. I think I actually saw a tutorial for a ring that was like a moon. That could be adapted for certain. Okay, and now that we're at this point, I can kind of eyeball it and make sure we've got the same distance on both ends. So there's 30. Oh, Kelly. Thanks, bro. He says possible rain around 8-ish. I mean, I don't doubt you, but it's the sunniest it's been all day right now. So I'm gonna take it. I hope it does rain though. And to ensure that it does, I did already water the plants that I transplanted today. So it's the only way to make sure that it actually rains is to go ahead and water stuff anyways. Okay, it looks like 35 keeps those pretty balanced. What is this, an 80s workout video? I love 80s workout videos. Absolutely love them. Like, Richard Simmons is so much fun. Okay, so again, I'm not going to trim anything off this time just yet. I'm going to make the other one to match. Hopefully, that is the goal. I'm going to save these wires because there's no telling what I might need just a little bit of 26 gauge for. But I am going to pull off another arm span. Probably the very first workout video that I got like into was Denise Austin, Pilates for Everybody. And
It was not for everybody.
it was not for everybody. Like, kicked my butt from 5th grade until like now, probably. Actually, I should totally try to see if I can find Denise Austin workout videos on YouTube. Because I would like, she was so like emotive with her face and like seemed really concerned about like hulking those 5-pound weights. Like, it was. Oh, Lydia, these are ear cuffs that we're making. Okay, so there is that, and I'm going to do the 10 from the center. So where my fingers are is the middle, so I move off to the side a little bit with the ponytail. I don't know. I remember Taibo though, but that was more like 90s, wasn't it? I bet I'd love to do some Taibo. I really enjoy kickboxing. Using the thingamajig, making the 5 loops, stay consistent in each cuff. Ooh, that's a good idea. And leg warmers, yes! Okay, I'm just going to ease it around the curve. I just remember the confusion I experienced as a child, like eating dessert like at 2 in the morning to like infomercials that are about fitness. And I'm like, ice cream eating intensifies. Really, Liz? Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to come in. I'm actually going to flip it just for a moment. I don't want to confuse myself on it because I'll make right ear cuffs all day. But it's easier for me to fit my hand in at this angle. So I'm going to do those curves and then I'm going to flip it back. And now we'll come around and I'm going to try to do. Ooh, Anna, that sounds really cool. I'm going to see if being zoomed in will work. So hopefully you can see how this is. We are coiling back on our previous work. I can't see with my own eyeballs. I'll just look through the camera. So we'll just open that up with our fingernail a little bit. Come in. Nope. What up, baby?
Nothing.
What's up?
Nothing.
When you say it like that, it really makes me think that it's something, though. Are you having ideas about what you want for dinner?
No.
What are you thinking about then?
I made an accident.
What'd you do?
I cannot tell you.
Oh, Lord. Are your hands still attached to the rest of your body? Did you glue yourself to something?
Kinda.
Are you bleeding?
No.
Can you wait until the stream is over?
Yes.
Okay. Is it because you're attached to your chair now?
Kinda.
Okay. Hey, Beth, how's it going? There we go. Perfect.
It's me again, Margaret.
It's me again, Margaret.
Never guess what I'm doing.
Oh, Pro says now we really know what happened to Randy when he gets injured. Yeah, I tried to argue, but poor Randy.
Well, I think I need scissors.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna.
No, you're just gonna shame me.
I'm not gonna. I'm probably gonna shame you. But first I have to find scissors. I'll be right back, guys. What do you mean? You have drawers full of scissors. What'd you do? My feet hurt so bad.
Randy. Nothing.
Wait a minute. What'd you do? Randy.
I can't get it off.
Here. Can I help? Oh, honey. How did you even do this?
I don't know.
Oh my god. You're like a master knot tire. How did this happen? And you can't cut it because it's on your pants. Randy. Okay, I think I see how you did this. Okay, I see what you did. Jimmy Christmas. Where's the rest of your... How did you do this?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my god, okay. You can't use scissors. If you use scissors, can you just burn the ends so it doesn't come unraveled?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so can I tell them?
No.
I'm going to tell them.
No.
This is the only way you'll learn.
This is shaming.
This isn't shame. Okay, we're not shaming Randy. We're just going to laugh at his expense. So, y'all know that white string on like the waistband of sweatpants? He somehow got one of the dogs' brushes. Like there's a loop in it, and he got it like Lark's headed through, but it's a closed loop, and I don't know how he did this. So now he has a brush stuck to his pants. So, and I can't show you because it's like, well, just right where the string on sweatpants are. So it's, I don't want to be indecent.
Aha!
You got it? He detached it. Everything's fine. And you didn't have to cut it?
No.
How did you get it on there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. He uses, it's a flea comb, so it has really close together teeth, and he'll take it and he'll like dig in his beard with like the dog's flea comb. So
Good enough for the dog. It's good enough for me.
yeah, I don't know how did you get it? Like it was looped through there, but also Lark headed. Just thank you, honey. That is talent. How did you cut your head off with a fork, right, Kelly? So, and it's, I mean, he was right to be concerned. We can't live like that. We can't be passing it through the laundry and stuff. Like, but disaster averted. For now. So I'm just back weaving. Dead. I'm dead, says Liz. But yeah, no, we used to keep the fur buster in the house, which is like a type of brush that like removes, like it's a brand of brush that removes the undercoat for long furred dogs. And he would use that on his beard and it would rip out hairs like in his super dense spots of his beard. And he would be like, oh, that's amazing. And he would keep going until his face was bleeding. So I had to hide the fur buster from him.
It felt so good though.
He's in there going, it felt so good though. I know it did, but your face was bleeding.
It got better.
It did get better, but only because I hid the brush.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. He is unreasonably adorable. Like, I can't stand it. What gauge wire are you using on this cuff? 20 gauge and 26 gauge, and it is going to be really flexible, and that's why we're doing the back stitching to keep that from coming apart. And we do that binding stitch to keep that from coming apart. You could also use 18 gauge because at this point the wire, even the 20 gauge, was too thick to fit the opalite beads on. So at that point, just make it however thick as you like. Hey, Tara. We're not being weird or anything. It's fine. Veronica says, my husband does the same thing. I bought him some beard oil. Right on. That's a good idea. So now we're just going to shape this around a little tighter. Make sure it's still traveling. Yeah, that's the right direction. Is somehow I think we started making them some yeah, symmetry is mirror imaged. Just we're starting to duplicate instead of making them symmetrical, but that's okay. We'll get there. Hey, Peggy. Oh, Randy got something stuck to his pants. He's fine.
You make it sound way worse than it was.
I was trying to downplay it, actually. Woo, Sacre Blue says I braid his beard, going to make critters that hang in it and on the braids too. Oh, that's adorable.
My
Like
leg has never jerked unless you're scratching my back.
yeah, Randy's foot only thumps on the ground whenever I scratch his back. So, but Randy actually like he never grows more than a bit of a shaggy goatee. Um just cuz he'll just sit there and itch his face raw anytime he has a beard on cuz he has very curly hair. So he keeps it super short. Bless you, puppy. That way it doesn't cuz otherwise it'll just curl around and like poke his skin. So we're just shaping around, making sure that it's going in opposite directions.
Yeah, it's bad.
Hmm?
Because I'm looking at it like, I could do that again. After all, I'm not.
I'll have to put the flea comb in hiding. Wow. Gotcha, Soccer Blue. Ooh, Veronica says if my husband doesn't shave, his eyebrows meet up with his beard. Like in length or just full on. Never mind. Oh no, Pro. He says all I could think of was that time I spilled 16 ounces of super glue on myself. Did you have to wait till Drax came home or like. There we go. Able to get that wire through, threading it down. And to keep it from looping, I open it up a bit and then I put my finger in until it gets about there, and then we can pull it down nice and tight without having to worry about the wire uh, getting a kink in it that can break the wire. Gary says he's still waiting. Oh no, Tara says I just had to turn away my third artisan today because we're filled and they took too long to respond. Waitlist them. That way, whenever next year, whenever you're planning another event, you've got vendors on the roster already. That's awesome, though, Tara. Aw, I like that hawk. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and smash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and smush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and smush. And so now I'll measure and compare. I'll do 2 more wraps and then snip it. And then I think that'll be just perfect. So there's that. Put that scrap wire into the scrap bin. Oh, did it? The ghost's gonna have to wait till it's done. Oh no, Tashers, how's it going? Oof. So we'll thread that down. And sometimes for me to really be able to tell if my pieces are actually mirror imaged, I have to put them like right next to each other. And it's like, yep, that's doing what it's supposed to do. And I think doing this style is how we'll do the dragonfly when we do a dragonfly, because I just have to now. Like, it's in my heart. I can't not. Okay, so there's one. Getting that nice and tight. It is. I can only imagine, Tara. Running our business in our homestead and building inventory, it's felt like juggling 3 full-time jobs, but gotta do what you gotta do. Hustler's gonna hustle. 5. Now, at this point, we can bend some things out of the way just a little and maybe start to make life, nope, a little easier on ourselves. I tried. Yeah, if I go too much farther, that went to 14 and it started bending things around. So just doing 10 stitches and then smushing keeps me from overextending what we're doing and make warping up my core wire. Now, also, to answer your earlier question even further, Witch and Gnome, if you have some nylon jaw pliers or just pieces of denim or something that you can run your wire through, not only is this going to straighten it out a little bit, but it's going to work harden it really nicely, which can stiffen up the entirety of your piece. Okay. Beth says let's do the dragonfly. We'll do the dragonfly. Ooh, Tasher says, did y'all get the amount of inventory you wanted done? Like, is this bonus inventory? Yes, this is bonus inventory. We have met our minimum, but now anything that we can do, now we're focusing on variety. So that's why, well, other than the whole bunch of all of the ear cuffs pairs over here off to the side, um, yeah, we're trying to focus on variety a little bit. Gosh, I just love the way that coiling looks, y'all. Okay. Um. Oh wow, Veronica. She says my sister owns a store in Milwaukee. God bless her for selling my jewelry in her store, Alice's Garden. Right on. And I think her customers would love ear cuffs. She's the one who makes beard oil. Very cool. Well, it's honestly from a business perspective, it's really great to be able to you need to be carrying stuff that can't just be bought on Amazon, or something that you want to sniff it first. Like I don't like shopping for soap on Etsy unless I'm doing a reorder of something that I've already purchased and I know I like the smell, just because otherwise it's like I don't know if I like that smell. So, gotcha. That's very clever, Witch and Gnome. I'm just threading that through just to make that spliced together a little stronger, and then continue with the coiling. 3, 4, 5. It's doing good. Like the nail is growing back sufficiently. It's just still quite lifted from the nail bed, and I don't want to like startle children or something with my hunchback like nail might fall off any day finger, so that's why I keep putting a band-aid on it. But I'm keeping it trimmed very short as well, because since it's lifted, if it snags on anything, it just hurts really, really bad. So we're working on it. But I'm treating it daily with the antifungal to make sure that it doesn't get infected. Um, and just got to be patient with stuff like that with the nails to grow back. Ooh, artisan soaps. Do not taste as good as they smell, typically. Big disappointment on that one.
You just lack vision.
Anna says, tip, if you buy something from a vendor at a craft show, take a business card. You never know if you want to contact them for more purchases or have questions or problems. Something that's a really good tip, Anna. And to build on that, if if you're forgetful like me, take a picture of the jewelry with a business card, or like set the business card on the table, and like if there's an empty spot, be sure to ask, because a lot of vendors get pretty touchy if you just start taking pictures of their jewelry, um, like without asking. And of course, I mean, you'll have already bought it, and that's why you're trying to remember. But it's always good to ask first. But just sit the card next to the jewelry, take a picture of it, and that way it's in your phone. Because typically you'll lose the business card, but you won't lose your phone. Hopefully. Oh no. Okay. Let me zoom in further. No, there we go. Ah! Witch and Gnome says, super excited. We got our second show registered for it, and we also got our business card order in. Eee! Oh, that's so exciting, Witch and Gnome. If this is the last ones he got, all smelled like gasoline, I swear. No. Oh, that's horrible. Randy goes, is that Sex Panther? 60% of the time, it works every time.
That math doesn't add up.
Soap this good, it doesn't have to. Ooh, Tara says your business cards make cool fridge magnets. Ooh, right on. We need to get more designs done, because I feel like I've been sending out the same couple of designs for a while now. But we're just burning through what we had ordered, so. Snip. And now we get to do the final sculpting and get it to look like what it's going to look like. Okay. So from here, yep, there's still mirror imaged, which makes me very, very happy. Have any of your rolls from Parawire ever emit an odd odor? Not that I've ever noticed. Now I can only imagine there's probably some sorts of lubricants or machine oils or something that's going on with whatever machinery they're using. So there might be like a factory smell on some of the stuff, or something could have happened to the package in transit, because it's like all kinds of shit happens to our packages after they leave our house. Like we've gotten photos from some people who were like, "Did it look like this when you sent it?" And I was like, "No, it looks like somebody dipped it in coffee, and then rolled it in like grass clippings." Like, I'm sorry, I don't know why your package looks like that. So I'm gonna clip 1/4 of an inch past the coiling on each end. Just got a 40 roll and it reeks. Oh no. Well, the good news is if it's non-tarnish, you can rinse it off. Ooh, Katrina says, I'm excited. I used Canva to design my new business cards and got them professionally printed versus my home printer, and they look so nice now. Oh, Katrina, that's awesome. Yee! That's awesome, Witch and Gnome. That makes our heart happy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all remind us very much of more competent versions of our younger selves. So like we don't give compliments like just out of we're too tired to be nice, you guys. Like if we say that like you're doing awesome, we genuinely mean it. So take that for what you will. So now that we've snipped, we're gonna come in and make uh spirals. And with coiling, once I get past about right here in the coil, I just start using my nylon jaw, because I don't want to dimple or pinch the coiling with my round nose pliers. So there's that one. Oop, don't want to twist it. Should have seen that coming. There we go. Snug that in a little bit. And I absolutely love the way that that looks. Ooh, Tasha said, so what got you into wire wrapping? Like what inspired you to start? How far back do I go? I've never not liked rocks. Like even as like a little kid, I would be like fascinated even just by like gravel and stuff. And then whenever we lived as a kid when we lived at the campground, they had hiking trails up through the hills, and after it would rain there you'd get these like washout gullies along the paths. Like they were just, to a kid everything small seems so big. Like I would fixate on little ditches with water going through them because the new rocks would be exposed, and it seemed like to me in my heart that was like a creek. You know, it was this whole mini world that I could just focus in on and watch the bugs and tadpoles and stuff. But on the steeper parts of some of the hiking trails, um, quartz veins would get exposed. And so it was always an adventure to go hiking after the rain and to see what new bits of, you know, the bones of the earth were exposed. Um, and then that was like ages 10 to 13, I lived at the campground. And then after that, in high school, I started getting into going to Ren fairs and started discovering jewelry and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, ooh, this is amazing. But I have metal allergies, so I wasn't able to wear any jewelry because I just wanted more than anything to put rocks on my body. Like I was like, how do I wear this? It sparkles, it's pretty, I love it. How do I wear it? Um, so finding out about, I actually discovered chainmail before I learned about wire wrapping because I had bought like a tiger's eye and chainmail hand flower from a vendor at Scarborough Fair. And at the time, tiger's eye was like my favorite stone, not just because it's super pretty, but it's because it was the one that I could recognize and be like, oh, that's tiger's eye, and like be certain that it wasn't like, no, that's rose quartz. Good job, Vaughn. But it's just,
Aquamarine, bro.
it's aquamarine, bro. But yeah, and so that I started making some of my own jewelry for the Ren Fair stuff just out of like, well, I'll have to, one of these days, maybe in the after party, I'll dig out an old photo album and show y'all a picture of like I had made a circlet out of willow. There was a willow tree that my sister was actually planting the same day that my dad died. She didn't know that he had died, but like she happened to be planting a tree before she got the call. Um, and it was little like the spring branches from that were quite thin and had been like trimmed off because they were down too low. That had been, I had braided together and then used like really thick sewing machine, like sewing thread. Um, Not quite embroidery floss, but pretty thick stuff. And I threaded that by hand. Like I'd lick the end of the and thread it through chip beads that I'd gotten at Hobby Lobby. And I like wrapped that around and made like a little circlet that I would wear on my head to go to the Ren Fair. It was one of my very first pieces. And then I met Randy. And one of our very first dates was I showed him my rock collection, which was like tumbled stones that like at Six Flags you can pay like way too much money and fill up a tiny little velvet bag, like yeah, like little velveteen bag with tumbled stones. And I was showing him my rock collection and he thought it was really cool. And and then he started buying me jewelry, but again with my metal allergies I wasn't really able to wear it. And so I started changing out the ear hooks, changing out the clasps. Um, and then it just kind of not got worse. I shouldn't think of it that way. It was like my jewelry addiction just escalated from there. But no, it really did start to kind of take off. And like there was a lady at the bank that we banked at who was like, I mean, she was our bank teller and we were always going in like we overdrafted again. Here's some money. Um and she took really good care of us, but she knew like firsthand how freaking broke we were. And she gave us a bag of jewelry that she had gotten like bulk at an estate sale. And she was like, I picked through what I already wanted. You can have this if you repair this necklace that's in it. You if you fix that necklace, you can keep all the rest of it. And I was like, what? I didn't even know that that was an option. And there was like this beautiful red coral necklace that like had broken, and so I started stringing necklaces with like dental floss and fishing line, and like I didn't have any clasps, so I took like an ear hook and twisted that up like so it would be a hook to for a necklace. And it just started, but we needed food, and I would get as much food as I could on my lunch tray.
Your stream?
Do what?
You drop stream?
No, it says I'm still here.
Hmm.
It was pro. It was our Judy, the lady at the bank. But okay. But where'd I lose you guys? Oh no, Stephanie. Gotcha. No, we're here. I'm back. We back, says Sabaya. But yeah, I was bouncing checks at school lunch to get as much food as I could. Like I'd do substitutions on the things that like I'd bring home an apple over the fruit that they just like it was like canned fruit mix kind of. I'd get apples instead, and I'd swap out a different part of my meal for another apple so I could bring apples home so Randy could eat too. Like we were broke. Um and so yeah, I was still finding ways of making jewelry and holy crap. It was we had Randy had gotten on at the factory, and so the first time we had a little bit of extra money, and he got me a ring lord chainmail kit.
It's like a bracelet kit or something.
Well, it wasn't so much. It was one of their samplers. So it had like 5 different metal types, and like it was like $50, which was so much money to spend on something that wasn't food or bills. But he got it for me, and I started learning how to weave chainmail because I had been. Judy had given me like a thing of like she's like, well, my daughter used this to fix some of her necklaces, and it was like Acuflex beading wire or something. So I finally was learning how to actually make jewelry. And Randy got me the chainmail kit, and I was immediately addicted to weaving chainmail because I was and it gave me something to focus on because I just graduated high school and was trying to get into college, but didn't have any money. So, right, pro. And I made like 80 bracelets, and I was like, I don't wear bracelets. What am I going to do? And Randy's dad actually suggested, he was like, well, the local art league has like a craft show that they put on. You can become a member and you could put your stuff in the art league building. And he told us that like a month before the host of Christmas Past in Fayetteville, Tennessee was our very first craft show. And I had started getting a little bit into wire wrapping at that point again because it's like this rock is really pretty. How do I make it be on my chainmail? And so I started just like wire wrapping. I discovered it out of necessity. In the very long way of answering your question, what inspired me to get into wire wrapping was the necessity of wanting to wear rocks on my body. Because it wasn't enough. I didn't want to just string them. I wanted to have big like pieces of gravel. Um, and but yeah, then we did that craft show, y'all, and we made $500. over 3 days, like a short day Friday and a short day Sunday, and I actually vended Sunday by myself because Randy wasn't able to get work off for more than he was able to ask for Saturday off. But Friday he showed up, like we showed up and set up after he got off work, because we only had the one car. Still we only have one car, but that's fine. Um, and $500 in 3 days was more than a 2 week paycheck. And I was like, both of it, like we looked at each other and we were like, there weren't even a whole lot of people there. We might be able to do this. Like,
it's like we're in the wrong line of business.
yeah, Randy, I don't know if you can hear him. He said we were in the wrong line of business. Like, and so we were, yeah, mind completely blown, Stephanie. Yes, Liz, this is one of Carrie's with Unleash the Goddess. And I've been wearing this for like 2 years. It's a really good, like, some folks will be like, that's pretty expensive for a top. And I'm like, yeah, but what else can you get and wear it like 3 to 4 times a week for 2 years? So, but yeah, it's, the seed of a dream had been planted. Because, like, Randy was like, well, what do you want to do, with your life? Because whenever we started dating, I was 17, he was 17. And we were like, well, let's start our life together. What do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. What do you want to do? And he's like, well, I want to be my own boss because working for other people sucks. Like, it's like, don't tell me what to do. Like, I'll do what I need to do until somebody is like micromanaging me. And then I'm like, well, guess what I'm going to do? Nothing, just to spite you. There, leave me alone. So fortunately that doesn't transfer over into working for ourselves nearly as much, thank goodness. But Randy was like, I want to be my own boss. Like, and I was like, okay, I really like making stuff. Maybe we can do that. And then we did. It took a while. It took a long while of working long, hard hours every single stinking day. But it's been amazing. And like, YouTube didn't even exist. Like, no, it existed. It started in 2005. I had never heard of it until 2008, probably, is whenever I started using YouTube regularly. And that was for hoop dance videos. So Brooke says it's hard to find nice, well-made clothes these days, especially in plus sizes. Indeed. Like, straight up. Ooh, Katrina says my mom used to do bead stringing while my brothers and I were in the kid tunnels at the local play place. When I decided I was too old to play in the tubes, I learned from her and then took off running. Oh, Katrina, that's awesome. Thanks, Cerise. Sorry, I'm scrolling through trying to see. You could put the wire in a box of baking soda overnight. Oh, that's a good idea for the stinky wire, Judith. Yeah. Oh, you were pushing it, Kit.
You got 4 minutes, by the way.
Oh, Randy says we have 4 minutes. Do y'all have any questions before we go? Because otherwise, I'm going to do some shameless self-promotion. And, Tasha says your story is so inspiring. It could totally be a book. And I'm just over here like, yeah, I could totally probably write a book and like sell it or something. It wouldn't be very good, but I could try. Propals, take my money. No, I don't know. I like talking better than writing. Nobody wants to take the time to actually read about my life, but I can sit here and like babble in your ear while you're busy with something. Stephanie, yeah, I'll stop it. Okay, I don't need any more ideas right now. I'm already writing one other book about the practical prepper pantry over on the Monster blog. Witch and Gnome says, what's the goal for the after party? Well, we actually finished the ear cuffs. In the after party, well, we could design a dragonfly. We could, that's such a pretty cloud. I don't even know how to, yo baby,
yeah,
come look at this cloud. You will not regret it. It is very pretty. I'm seeing the front edge of a cumulus cloud.
I'm so tired.
I know you are. It's that one right over there. Do you see it? Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna show everybody else now. Okay. Or we could make these guys, which I'm going to be like fractal wrapping. We may do both. I don't know. Y'all want to see that cloud? Oh no, it's too bright. You can do it, camera. I'm going to have to go through the front door. I want y'all to see this cloud. Oh, my feet hurt so bad. Ouch. Okay, here we go. We're going to go look at the clouds. Because they're mega pretty. Is the front edge of the storm that I think Pro was saying was coming our way. Oh, it's such a nice day, you guys. Okay. So there's the clouds. Just doing what clouds do. Isn't that pretty? I don't know. I thought it was pretty, but I'm gonna go back. I'm out here barefoot, and I think I just stepped on glass, so I'm gonna go back inside the house now. Hey doggies. And then, but yeah, this is the ear cuffs. So I need to adjust it around a little bit, but they make a much more impact from the like side than they do from the front, but that's fine. Oof, my feet are like ground beef. Like they. Wanda says, I vote for both. Pretty clouds. Yeah. Ow, ow, ow. Oof. Sorry. Wiping the rocks. And... Huh? Does Z have both the dog bones? But yeah, so there we are with the little ear cuffs. Carrie's an absolute sweetie though, Liz. I'm super envious that you get to cross paths with her. We haven't seen her in like
2 years.
2 or 3. Because in 2019, we only did 2 shows. And, we saw her at Dragon.
Yeah.
We saw her at Dragon. Yeah, but we used to see her almost once a month. Vending. Anytime we were in Georgia, we would run into Carrie and I'd get another top. And I was like, ee. So, oh, you guys check your P.O. box regularly, right? No? Why? Do we need to go check our P.O. box? We get to test out and see. Super durable indeed. It didn't open. It is a good day. Super durable, guys. I'm just throwing stuff. Oh, there's my hair clip. Thank you, Jenny. Okay, so we are going to go have dinner real quick and get ready for the after party. I didn't do any of the promo for that stuff. If you enjoy our free tutorials and would like to support the creation of more of them, you can give us $1 over on, you can join our Happy Crafter Club. It starts at $1 over on our website, backtoearthcreations.com, or on Patreon. We do our $1 and $5 memberships over there. We also do booty boxes. Do what, love?
We do our 1 and 5s over there as well.
As well, yes. But that way, if you don't want to fool about with PayPal, you can go the Patreon route. If you don't want to fool about with Patreon, you can go our website route. Stephanie, you're the greatest. I don't know, just honestly, yeah, the after party. It's our $1 and up, folks. So keep an eye out for an email, or if you're on Patreon, you'll get a Patreon notification, and we will also be posting it to the members only page where it has all of our after party posts over there. So if you have any questions, send us an email. It'll start at 7:30. So whatever time it is in your neck of the woods, 28 minutes from now. So thank you guys so much for being here and for being you. And we will see you either in 30 minutes, 28 minutes, or what day is it? In Sunday's tutorial. So happy crafting, you guys. Bye.